All right, welcome back to Mastering MMA. I'm Coach Lee here with you. Today we're going to be talking about some minor adjustments in your footwork to how they affect your angles as far as you go attacking. So I was talking about this last week in advanced class, and it took some people a little bit of time to catch on to, just because they had never heard it in the past. So I thought maybe there's probably a lot of people out there that could use some help with this. So this is going to be more of a conceptual video. So I'm going to use this as my person, right? This is about shoulder width to kind of give you an idea of what's going on here in this footwork. So before I get into that, if you haven't yet, check out the $200 giveaway we're doing. You definitely want to get in on that. I'm going to draw a random winner. All the details are in the video of how to get in on that, so go check that out. I will post a link for you either at the end or up here. But anyways, let's jump into this. So if this is my opponent, this is his center line, this is my center line, right? This is a straight forward, straight back, right? I haven't changed the center line at all to create any kind of angles. So if you've been watching my videos, you know I'm big on angles, whether they're big angles, small angles. I don't like to attack straight on unless I'm attacking to set up something, right? I'll come straight in, just put some hands in their face to get them playing defense, and then shift off. And this is where I throw my actual attack from. Unless I see an opening, right? If I see that every time I do this, throw a little hook, they wing block and their elbows wide and their other hand isn't up, well then I'm going to feint this and I'm just going to come straight down the middle of this. But in general, as I'm fighting more advanced people who aren't leaving these big holes, or at least not leaving them as often, right? It happens at every level. But I like to create angles to have higher percentage strikes. So I was talking the other day, we were actually cutting off to this side, and we were working off of a switch, right? So the footwork, they were switching, and then as they're stepping, they're kind of running into a leg here, right? This is my person. Their leg's kind of here. They're having trouble getting around and really getting that angle to attack the liver. The thing they were struggling with is when they do their switch, right here, if I do my switch, my foot's coming, my right foot straight forward, my left foot straight back. What I want to do with this to be able to give me a little bit better angle is when I switch, I want my left foot or my right foot to come to the center line, possibly even just a hair past their center line, right? So the way a lot of them were doing this is they were here and then they were getting caught, like running into making a lot of body contact trying to slide through to get this liver, and it was really slowing them down. So what I was talking to them and trying to get them doing, and they got it after we drilled it a while, but it felt awkward to them, is when they switch to step over a little bit. And obviously we were hiding our footwork with strikes. So we were here, something like this. But notice how when my foot, I'll just show the footwork here. When I hit my switch, my foot is now in the center line, right? I've hid my footwork with some type of strike. It really doesn't matter. This is more conceptual here. But now my center line is lined up with close to the outside of his shoulders, leg, hips area, right? So now when I step forward, I am clearing that leg easy to land this shot, right? To hit this liver. So once again, when I hit my switch, I'm going to move my foot this way, right? So my whole body's shifting out, right? I'm in here, boom, boom, boom. Here, minor movement, but this allows me to clear this front leg really easy. So if I wanted to go the other way, right? If I want to go the other way, I want my front foot that's changing to my back foot, my left in this case since I'm standing orthodox, to end up around their center line. Sometimes I'll go a little bit further, especially if they are in a southpaw, if they're in a southpaw stance, right? If I switch here, I can really get in there and drive to this stomach area, solar plexus, that type of thing, right? To where if I just come here, a lot of times I'm going to end up reaching, right? Because I'm still in their center line, I'm still in a good line of fire for them. But if I can come here, and now I can really create some momentum and drive into that. I'm going to move out. But we want to get around their legs, right? We want to change angles. We don't want to be doing a lot from here. I want to be off here, right? Or off here just a little bit. Possible, I want to get completely off to the side, right? You don't get that angle to stay very long, but when you get there, you can land some good, clean shots. So we were talking about that as a on a switch, right? But if I'm doing a shift, right? So instead of 1 foot coming forward, 1 foot coming back, I've just got 1 foot coming forward, right? If I'm here and I'm jabbing, right, boom, boom, and I go to hit this, especially if he's in an orthodox stance because his leg is going to be out front here, right? A lot of times I'm having trouble getting around this side. So when I jab, I actually want to step off further than I would because I'm just using this jab to hide my footwork. Then I'm going to slide by whatever I want to attack. But it's going to give me such a better angle here. So once again, say I hide it with my jab. I'm going to step in further than I normally would, right? Normally I'm going to step about here. I'm going to step here and then step through. Now I can land my hard shots. Same thing if I'm going the other way, right? Instead of me stepping here, when I step, I'm going to step out a little bit, right? And then I'm going to come in and step in tight and do whatever I want to do here. And if I was doing it in southpaw, right, I would jab, I would come, and my big toe's actually a little bit on this side of their center line. Then when I step, I'm deep and I can fire hard, right? And if they should happen to move, when I step, I can step and rotate too. So if they would, I'm on the center line here, when I step in, if they would happen to move, when I step in, I can always step and rotate and then attack from there, right? So I'm always trying to think about the center line, right? How do I improve on that angle? And sometimes it is just as simple as stepping in, and I'm gonna step over just a little bit and come in here, just a little step to create a good angle, right? I might be in here and I'll step out wide, and then I'll hop as I throw this jab. Then I'll hop and I'll replace my left foot with my right. Now I've got a great angle here, right? Or I will be kind of out of range. I'll hit a shift, then I'll hop, replace my right foot with my left. Now I've got a really good angle here. The amount of distance kind of depends on how your opponent reacts, right? We need to be constantly reading our opponents. So it might be I hop here, and then I shift here, and then when I hop, I might not completely replace it. If they start scooting out that way, I might just come here, right? So I'm tight, but if my opponent had moved away a little bit, I'm still in range. Does that make sense? So constantly thinking about the center line. If I want to get to this side of the center line, I want to start out my footwork with getting whatever body part I'm working off of around their center line instead of staying square, right? If I stay square and I just step forward, I haven't really gained an angle. I just moved forward, right? But if I hide this little bit of footwork with some type of strike and then I step forward, now I've gained an angle, right? So constantly be thinking about moving off the center line. Hit that like button for me. If you haven't yet, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. We're really trying to jump up in our subscribers. Check out the $200 giveaway. Please check that out. It's pretty easy to get into. Somebody's going to win $200 if we hit our number of subscribers. So share this video on all your social media. Send it to your friends. Tell them to check it out. I know a lot of y'all are in gyms or have buddies that are into this thing. Make sure you're telling all of them about this, right? Let's grow this channel here. Let's see if we can give a $200 giveaway. I'm giving it away right before December, so it'll be some extra Christmas money for you all. I know everybody can use that. Also, if you haven't yet, join the Facebook group. Lots of information, cool memes, things like that. Google Mastering MMA. Leave me a 5-star review. Please just tell me your favorite thing about the channel. And get out there and drill and practice, right? I'm in here by myself this morning, rainy day. So I'm just in here working on a little footwork. Thought I'd let you all know in on it. So go out there, get work in however you have to. Make it happen. And we will catch you next time on Mastering MMA. Coach Lee.